Hey y'all, it's me again. Time to get it on for my country friends. Got boys, got trucks, got mud, y'all know what's up. Do you want to know what it's like to sip some moonshine by the moonlight? Well, come on down, we'll show you round. Load up the truck, take you into town. Head to Miss Betty's, lunch is ready. Stop by the house, get mom and daddy. Drop them off then at the Walmart, gotta get to the lake for it gets dark. Load the boat in, call my friends, make the first left where the blacktop ends. Ease on back about a mile or two, then you can see just what we do.
Have you ever thought just how boring or ridiculous news commentary is today? Welcome to the Real Jacks Podcast with Jim and Larry. The Real Jacks Podcast. From crime and politics to entertainment, you can expect something different. Now, let's get real, Jacks.
Hey, welcome back to Real Jacks with Jim, Larry, and Crawfish. Today's special guest, Jacksonville's one and only musician, artist, and American Idol contestant, KDO. After Larry does the sponsors,
you ready?
We're going to talk to Katie.
All right. Is that personal best? That's still 117?
Yep.
I won't beat that today.
I'm trying to break a record.
Anyway. All right. Ads. Extreme Wings. 4 convenient locations. Family Sports Restaurant Grill. There's more than just wings. Tremendous Barbecue. Open since 2007. 8927 Hurlong Road. Open 11 to 8 Tuesday through Saturday and Sunday 11 to 3. Full barbecue menu, everything homemade. They cater anything. They love first responders. Advanced Window Tint, 5024 Sunbeam Road. Over 26 years experience here in Jacksonville. 3M Platinum dealer, highest level of 3M dealer around. They tint vehicles, homes, and businesses. Secure One Protection Services, Jim's company.
Your number one choice for protection since 1986, 356-1111.
D-Way Towing, 100 South Jackson Avenue, Doug Dixon's company. Phone number is 904-356-3929. They take care of all your towing needs. Shannon Judge with Legends of Real Estate, shannonjudgerealestate@gmail.com. Her phone number is 904-200-8158. Bounceroo Fun, Mike Kellum's company, former JSO and friend. Serving North Florida for over 15 years and over 10,000 parties. Bounceroo offers a large selection of inflatable hoppers, water slides, interactive games, concessions, and frozen drinks. They offer large event tents, tables, and chairs. Always discounts to first responders and rental rates. If you rent on the weekend, you keep the whole weekend. Norman Brewer, District 11, running for City Council. We need fighters that will truly represent us on the City Council. Norman Brewer is that guy. He's a constitutional conservative, former law enforcement officer, successful businessman. Norman will call it like he sees it, and you will have no better advocate on the council.
That's for sure. And I'm always impressed about Bounceroo's 10,000. I can't imagine doing 10,000.
He's done a bunch for me, too. Like, you know, those Christmas parties I have usually bring some big, bounce house for the kids or whatever. So
have a party and we'll come over.
I've skipped a couple of Christmas parties. And sometimes I've had music there. I've actually had bands there before. You have 150, 200. He's been there. Zach's been there. They're epic.
And nice. Speaking of that, I need to have you over before you get too big. But Katie,
she won't talk to you anymore.
No, I know. I'll have to go through. I'll have to go through her agent. But I've known Katie since before Katie was born. When Mom was walking around carrying Katie, and Mom's sitting over here on the sofa. So my ties to your family go back a long time.
Wow.
And before your mom and dad were married.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah, she's over there nodding.
Too, huh?
Long time. Yes, sir.
Younger, older.
3 older brothers.
She's got 3 brothers.
I'm the youngest, too.
Bless your heart.
Yeah. It's never a dull moment in our family.
And they're great kids, too. I call them kids, but they're some big boys now. Katie, tell us, so I've known you a long time, and just one day you were playing music. You just started going down that path. Tell us how that happened.
Yes, sir. Well, it's kind of funny. You knew me when I was real little, and I don't know if you remember me being, really shy, but I was the kid who, would hide behind my mom. I wouldn't talk to anyone.
You were?
I was extremely shy. And when I was 10 years old, we were at a pizza restaurant, actually Brucci's Pizza here in Jacksonville, and they had an open mic night. And so I remember there was a little sign-up sheet when you could go and sing. And I looked at my mom, and I was like, I want to sing. And she's like, oh, my gosh. I don't know if you can sing.
That was the moment.
And that was the moment I went up and sang 2 songs a cappella. And since then, I've just been hooked on it. I
guess you could sing, huh, Mom? It's funny how things like that happen in your life. One little thing, at a pizza place.
Yes, sir.
And changes the whole path of your life. and might put you on the track to your destiny. So tell us more about what you've been doing and where you're headed.
Yes, sir. Well, I've been singing live, like in public, for about 4 or 5 years now. And I sing all over Jacksonville, pretty much all over. Like anywhere they want me to play, I'll be there.
I've seen you a few places.
Yes, sir. And recently I auditioned for the 20th season of American Idol. And oh my gosh, that was incredible.
Y'all hear that?
American Idol,
She's a contestant on American Idol.
the big stage.
Yes, sir. I met amazing people. The talent, I auditioned in Austin, Texas, and
nice.
the talent was out of this world, unbelievable. And I met some friends that will be friends for life now.
Yeah. Yeah, so how did it feel to be amongst all those people that are like, other professionals?
It was incredible.
You're in a whole different realm of...
It was kind of
you know.
like I found my people. Like I started talking and it was like everything just clicked. It didn't matter their beliefs or anything. It was like music just brought
They all
us
get it.
all together.
Yeah.
And like it didn't matter if they sang rap or pop or country like me. It was just like everything just clicked.
You're
in
talking the
place.
same language.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Were you? Are you from here?
Yes, sir. Born and raised.
Okay, grew up in Jacksonville. You too, Mom? Okay, me too. Not
And me.
not me.
Life's
And-
been here
and
my whole
Zach.
all of us. So we're all natives.
Zach.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's good. So I heard you mention you started singing obviously in the pizza joint, and then you just developed skills from there. You started going to voice lessons and guitar lessons, or did you just learn that on your own?
I have a vocal coach. Her name is Lorna Greenwood. She's here in Jacksonville. And she kind of got me some other places to sing. And then I got a guitar teacher, too. I started learning guitar. And since then, I've just been booking shows and gigs and kind of singing everywhere. I've been up to Nashville a couple times. Really? Actually, a lot of times. It kind of feels like a home away from home. I love it up there. And been working on some original music, too.
Good.
So hoping maybe a little bit before summer to get those out for people to listen to.
Let us know. They'll be on iTunes, I'm assuming?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Like
cool.
iTunes, Apple Music, pretty much all streaming platforms.
Have you sang at Extreme Wings yet?
I have not sang there, no, sir.
Daryl Ray, you know Daryl Ray? You know Daryl Ray?
yes, sir.
He sang there a couple times. And then we had Brandon Parrish on. I don't know if you know him.
Okay.
Kind of a local guy, just a one-man show, sings and plays the guitar. He's been on. Actually, he was the first guy to play a guitar here and play. That was the idea where we said, hey, we'll tell her to bring the guitar so she can sing.
Good guy too.
And just so y'all
Wow.
know, she was singing Johnny Cash as prep for this, so I was hooked right away, right away. So you're working on some original music, your own music.
Yes, sir.
And you sing a wide variety of stuff. Because I hadn't heard you, obviously, I hadn't been to any of these locations, but I pulled you up last night, and she was singing John Denver. So I was like, wow, where'd she find this at? Because, girls your age usually don't know that kind of music. That's old. And then Johnny Cash even
Yeah,
older
like,
than that.
who's Johnny? Who's John Denver?
Yeah. So, but you're very talented, and I love hearing that. I grew up, my family played music, and my mother sang in churches all over. She did a gospel CD, and, she played the piano, learned by ear, still plays and sings some, and then my uncles played the trumpet and trombones, and I got a cousin that she's done a bunch of music and CDs, gospel stuff. Monarch, I think, is the name of the place she sang for. Her name's Amy Leggett. She can sing.
Wow.
Amy Rodriguez now, she's remarried, but so I grew up around it, so I appreciate music, and obviously, we wanted to branch out in the show and do more than just politics and crime, and that's why we added the entertainment, because I love music, and we had JJ Gray. Do you know who that is?
Yes, sir.
So we had him on, but he grew up, we ran in the same circles on the west side growing up, so I've known who he was for a while. But having you on was tremendous, and I pulled you up last night. I was like, "This is some talent right here. This is some great talent." So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
so do you have to go back to Austin? Austin's a great Austin City Limits. I remember watching Stevie Ray Vaughan.
That's a
play on
music
Austin
town
City
there.
Limits
Big music town.
when I was younger. So yeah, that's a big music town. You got to go back for more tapings, or what are you doing with that?
Well, unfortunately, I can't give out too much
Okay.
information.
I
That's the
understand.
hard part because
Yeah.
I'm a talker, and it's hard not to tell everyone everything.
Yeah.
But I can say I don't know when I'll be aired on the show, but keep on watching. You might see a familiar face.
Okay, I got you. It's good enough. Good enough.
a familiar face. she's so humble, and subtle. Yeah.
And nice to be having three older brothers. You got to be tougher than you act, huh?
Yes, sir.
I bet you are.
It's crazy at our house.
Is it
wild?
Yeah, I've got 2 sons, and they put me through it.
Is it wild over there?
Yeah.
I know Mom kind of keeps things in control.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
She'll crack the whip. Mom will crack the whip. Yeah,
she is.
I mean, you notice how polite she is? This didn't happen by accident.
No, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We'd answer the phone and we'd be like, yeah. And she'd go, what was that? Yeah. I can't hear you. Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'm listening now.
Yeah. She's done a good job, though. Done a good job.
Yeah. Hello? I must have called the wrong number. I said that before. Who is this? Yes, sir. Okay. That's better. And you've obviously sing a lot of country. Who are your influences in country?
I definitely have a lot of influences. I've grown up listening to a lot of the classics, so definitely Loretta Lynn's probably one of my biggest inspirations. I love her writing. I love that she writes her own music, and it's all from experiences that she's had in her life. And I love that even though she came from nothing, she still worked hard and made a name for herself in music. So she's definitely one of the top ones. Yeah. Tanya Tucker, Merle Haggard, George Jones.
Definitely an old soul.
I love all that old country. I've never been a huge country fan, but if I'm going to listen to country, it's the people you just mentioned. Or Johnny Cash, like he said.
Yeah. My youngest son, people will say, hey, I saw your son today.
Yeah. Waylon Jennings.
Waylon's my favorite country singer of all time.
Right.
All time. Everybody knows that. That's my favorite country singer, favorite country music probably of all time. I mean, there's a lot of some new ones I really like too. I mean, Chris Stapleton, how you cannot like that.
Absolutely.
That guy's voice is amazing. But he was probably my favorite of that time frame. My son will, somebody will say, I saw Jacob today and he was driving down the road and he'll play some old Waylon or something like. They're surprised at somebody that age because he's not. How old are you?
16.
Golly Moses. I'm so old. Well, he's 28, so but still for him, to even listen to that old music. But that's tremendous. Are you going to school here?
Yes, sir. I do all online school.
Oh, do you?
So it's real flexible for traveling to Nashville or any shows I have.
Carry school with you wherever you
go. Just carry it with me.
I mean,
sir.
y'all were all basically homeschooled though, for the most part. In the later years, am I right? Last 5 years or so?
I think it's been 5 years of doing virtual school.
Yeah. And y'all are, I know all 4 of y'all are pretty smart, well-rounded, and good social skills and everything. So
he was too.
Yeah, you do?
Only for high school.
Only for high school, yeah. He still played ball in high school, played football in high school, but for a Christian school out on the west side. What side of town are y'all from? Beach. So, yeah, but he turned out okay. Yeah. He turned out all right. So you're going to do some music today?
Oh, absolutely.
What are you going to play us? Some of yours or something else?
I'm going to play something else. I know we've been talking about the classics, so I thought, why not a Johnny Cash song?
And you can play more than one because we got the time today, so we can do maybe a couple.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm always down to sing.
You want to do one now, and then we'll do one towards the end?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Here we go. Alrighty, this one's titled Folsom Prison Blues. Well, I hear that train a-comin', it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when, 'cause I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. When I hear that whistle blowing on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't you ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. Well, I bet there's rich folks eating in them fancy fancy dining cars. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. 'Cause those people keep a-moving, and that's what tortures me. Well, if they freed me from this prison and that railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line. Well, far from Folsom Prison is where I'd want to stay. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away.
I think we need to give her applause for that. You know, I think I like that better than Johnny Cash's version. I'm sitting here going,
chills when I hear
you know, I know she's good, but when I hear her live, it reminds me of, man, that's a superstar sitting there. She's a superstar.
Oh,
I feel like we hit the big time by you coming on our show. You know, because I was joking with you when you came, and I
Yes,
said, you finally hit the
sir.
big time, you know.
5
which
years
is-
from now,
which is a
Zach will
joke.
send you a message. You won't even respond, I'm sure.
thank y'all for having me. I haven't gotten to say that yet, but I really appreciate
Well,
it to be here today.
Yeah, I can't believe didn't think about this sooner. But you know, you always run through like, who can we have on? We got people that want to be on, and then you think about, you know, who can we have on, and sometimes you think of somebody and go, gosh, why didn't I think of them, you know, 6 months
Yes,
ago?
sir.
But anyways, well, that's not the end of the show. Let's talk some more.
Let's
So,
do it.
All right. So what else you want to tell us?
Well, you mentioned about the banjo that you've been learning kind of how
Trying
to
to
play.
learn the banjo.
Trying to learn.
because it's natural for me to want to move these fingers instead of strumming.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand if you get this part of the banjo down, the chords or the fretboard is the easier part. And you play the banjo. And,
I do.
And we mentioned that I don't care if you like bluegrass or country music or not, everybody likes the banjo.
Yes, sir.
I've never met anybody that didn't like hearing the banjo.
Exactly. It
So-
can be used in like a lot of different genres of music, which I think that is so cool. And I don't know it completely yet. I'm still learning, still a beginner, but I can play a couple songs. So next time I might have to bring it in and play one.
Okay, well, we can do that. Definitely have a next time too. We're already planning this in our head. So, Zach, Zach was really excited about you coming. He won't say that because
I
he's
don't
about
talk.
as shy as you are. So,
Yeah, he's quiet. He likes behind the scenes stuff. Once you get him talking though, like you're like, oh my God, what did I do? But
No, I'm good.
yeah.
no questions?
Nope.
You never have any questions, do you?
Never.
Hardly.
That's
Yeah.
my job.
Yeah, that is your job. But
Well, we can include Kathy in here. You don't have to be on the camera to be on the
so
audio.
where are you playing? You got any gigs coming up?
Actually, I do. I'm about to post them on Facebook today,
Put it out.
actually. And so on this Friday, I'll be at Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra.
Okay.
And I'll be there from 8 to 11:30. And then the next day, I'll be in Fleming Island at the Hibernia Pub. That's my first time playing there. And I think there is from 6 to 8, I believe. So that's this weekend. And then in the month of April, I've got some other shows. And people can find me on social media under like KDO Music. And I post all my events and shows and some videos as well.
Good. Where you don't know where in April right now, right off the top of your head?
I know I'm going to be back at Mr. Chubby's sometime, but I'll be at the Chaffee Road one, too.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure.
Post your schedule because sometimes we're sitting at home going, what do you want to, we don't go out a lot. We try not to go out a lot. But sometimes it's like, well, you know, traffic and all that stuff. Sometimes it's just nice staying home. But sometimes we're like, hey, let's go out and do something tonight. And one of our favorite things is listening to live music.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. So if we can get us, you know, if you have a schedule.
And those venues like that
Okay.
are always nice. You know, you're not
Yeah.
back to back with people in a big,
Yeah.
concert arena or something like that. So it's
Yeah.
nice to
Small
sit down.
setting.
Exactly.
Like
Sit down
that.
at the table and listen to music. That's the best part.
What was that place I came and saw you at over in Orange Park? And I was lucky because I had front row seating. I thought that was great.
When was that? Oh,
You-
this is bad.
you
I can't
remember,
even
Kathy?
remember. Jimmy
Oh, Jimmy
Houlis.
Houlis. Oh, okay.
That's the name. I
Oh,
forgot
yeah.
about
The one on
that.
Blanding.
Yeah.
The one on
Yeah.
Blanding.
That was like 3 years ago?
I think it was.
At least.
2 or 3.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're proof that you don't make it overnight. That you got to go out there and pay your dues and play here and play there. And one night you're here, one night you're 100 miles away, and just trying to build up your audience.
Exactly. I feel like each show, too, is a learning experience. Like, it doesn't matter if it's the same venue, a big venue, or small venue. I always learn something. And that's kind of the cool thing. Like, I don't really get tired of singing at the same venues, like small or big, I think.
Because it's practice for you, I guess.
Is.
And you're polishing.
And it's fun, too. I get to meet new people.
Your talent a little bit, yeah.
Yes, sir.
My dad said if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
That's
Absolutely.
For sure, yeah.
And you get to do that. I mean, you get to sing and listen to music. I could listen to if somebody would pay me to listen to music, I'd be rich. Because I do it all the time. He knows. Constantly, I've got a wide array of music on my phone and follow a lot of different stuff, especially old country, blues, just a lot of that stuff. So that's good. You what else you want to do today? You got something else you want to sing?
Okay, I'll sing another one for y'all.
You can. I mean, it's not limited. You can sing as many as you want because that's kind of. Actually, to be honest with you, we just brought you in here to sing. Play music.
Oh, so that's the truth.
We just wanted our own private live KDO show. So.
Right.
Oh, well, anytime.
Yeah.
You call me, I'll be here.
You sing everything you want to sing. We can chat for a few minutes, and you can pull out another song and.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll do an original song for y'all. This is one I wrote back during when COVID first started. I was supposed to go to Nashville and record some new music, and that's when everything got shut down. Oh, wow. And so the one thing I had on my mind was Tennessee. So I was like, well, I'm just going to write a song about it. So this one's titled Tennessee on My Mind.
Good. All right, awesome.
Well, I'm tired of this old city. I've had all I can take. I think I'm going to buy me a ticket. Somehow I got to get away. Oh, Tennessee. Tennessee is calling me. Guitar strumming and the fiddle near. Banjo picking loud and clear. Tennessee is on my mind. I might head up to the mountains, leave that city life behind. The only bright lights that I like are singing on that stage at night. Tennessee is on my mind. Oh, Tennessee. Tennessee is calling me. Guitar strumming and the fiddle near. Banjo picking loud and clear. Tennessee is on my mind. Oh, Tennessee. Tennessee is calling me. Guitar strumming and the fiddle near. Banjo picking loud and clear. Tennessee is on my mind. Tennessee is on my mind.
Very nice. Very nice.
Wow. Yeah. I'm just so impressed.
And that's my favorite state outside of, being Florida. Oh, yeah.
Tennessee?
Yeah. If I left,
Tennessee is a beautiful
if I left
state.
Florida, it'd be 100% I'd go to Tennessee.
Go to Tennessee, yeah.
Cosby, Newport area, Townsend, Tennessee is a place I've been. I wouldn't mind living. There's some places in Tennessee.
I got friends that live up there, and they tell me how wonderful it is. The weather, the people,
low cost
the towns.
living,
Yeah,
taxes are low, no state income tax.
Oh, that's a big plus.
Yeah, it is a big plus.
I can't believe you wrote that though. Do you know how to read and write music? Did you teach, or did you just do that to however whatever system you've got in your head that?
I kind of learned myself a little bit. Like when I was little, I'd write songs, and looking back, like they were not that good. It was kind of like a little 8-year-old me writing songs. And it's kind of funny because when I was little, there's a video on my mom's Facebook, and the way I used to learn my homework is I write a song about it. So when, I don't know what grade I was in, but I had to learn all the states. And so I just wrote a song about it, and she videoed. And
you memorized all the states.
I did.
So can you still sing that song today and include all the states in it?
Oh, my.
Did you say do it? That would be kind of cool. I don't want to put you on the spot, but that would be pretty. That's something they could.
It did. It helped me memorize.
Well, it's a song they could teach in school, because I can't give you all the states by memory. But if I can sing something, I can remember it. You know how if you sing something, you can, like your ABCs?
Exactly.
I can't do my ABCs unless I'm singing it. So if I got pulled over and the officer said, all right, do your ABCs, I'd have to sing it, or I'd fail the test. So,
I relate to that. I really don't think I can do that either. Like A, B, C. Like I gotta sing it like A, B, C.
And the old thing about the officer telling you to do it backwards, that's not true, because nobody can do it back. Not a lot of people can do it backwards. I can't.
Yeah.
Completely sober.
Of its own.
Yeah.
Take some practice.
Yeah, that takes some practice. Can't believe you wrote that. What a good song.
Thank you.
You need to get that recorded and distributed.
Absolutely.
If you haven't,
I had to sing that one too, since you said about the banjo, and since it has talks about a banjo in it. I was like, no.
I saw the look.
Other song.
You get the look. When she said banjo, she looked right.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I'm kind of starstruck, Katie. I haven't seen you in a while, and I'm like, wow.
Getting better and better.
Yeah, y'all need to come to my house and try out the studio and tell me how I need to know how it sounds, because you may go, the acoustics are terrible, and I kind of need to know if it needs to be improved. But I need to get somebody.
Oh, we'd love to do that.
Well, I'd love to have you.
Thank you.
I've invited y'all before, haven't I? Yeah, we just haven't been able to coordinate. Yeah, and bring the boys. Well, y'all have been there before, been to the house before, but she didn't play music. So
outstanding.
I know.
Oh, y'all are too sweet. Thank you.
No. We're being genuine. I'm really kind of like, wow. I haven't seen you in a while. I'm like, wow. She's really. Yeah, and this is why she's on American Idol. She what?
She writes a lot.
Does she?
Do you?
I do. I write a lot. I'm hoping, like I said earlier, to get some songs out before summer. I've got a couple that I'm working on, and I can't wait to get back in the studio. Like, besides singing on stage, I don't know, my heart, I just love the studio too. Like, it's just, I don't know, there's
Sounds
something
like you
about
were
it.
just made for this. If you like being on stage, and you like the studio, and you like the people, and the people in the business, and playing the instruments and writing, I mean, that's everything that it
Absolutely.
takes to be like not all musicians write, not all musicians, or artists rather, play an instrument. Some just sing, or some just play an instrument. So, I mean,
how many songs you think
you got the whole package?
How many songs? Oh boy. I have really no idea. I have, like, sometimes I'm bad about it. I'll start songs and then I'll, like, forget about them and not finish them. And then I'll, like, be scrolling on my notes and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that song. Like, this is pretty good. I'll tell my mom, and she's like, I think you should finish that. She's kind of my critic. I'll ask her, like, can you see yourself listening to this? And if she says yes, then I'll kind of go on with it. Yeah. Honestly, I'm not sure. Right now, I'm hoping to get... I've got some songs I'm working on. One is actually called Airplane Mode, and I wrote that one probably 3 or 4 years ago. I was in school, and I kind of didn't want to be there that day, and I just kind of, the little emoji, what's it called? The thing on your phone, you can put it on airplane mode. Yeah. Can't get any texts or calls.
Right.
Yeah, we're on that now. We're all on that.
Right.
We have to turn it on that, absolutely.
And so that's what I kind of wanted to do. I wanted to go on airplane mode, and so I just...
That's a song people can relate to, though.
Exactly,
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping probably that one will be coming out soon, and probably Tennessee, and then some others I'm working on. You'll see me posting about them soon. I hope to go up to Nashville sometime in April. I'm thinking maybe the first week to do some recording and some songwriting with other people.
One of my interests is how bands were formed, or this musician played with this band and then went to this band, and this, like, history, musical history, and how songs were written and formed. And some of the stuff I read up on is like some of the real popular songs we know today, how long it took to create that song. Some of them were written in 15 minutes on a napkin, like some of the Beatles songs, for example, that are, just just standards now. They're just standards. And then some songs like Hotel California, and Don Felder who is the one that wrote most of the music and the words, who I'm going to be seeing in concert. You want me to go see Don Felder in concert April 20th. Maybe I'll bring y'all. I got a bunch of tickets in the front. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. But how long it took to put that song together. I mean, he first came up with the chords in the beginning and part of the music and then part of the words. And this happened like over months and months. It didn't just Hotel California, which is one of the biggest songs, from any American artist, took months to create it. They just didn't go in there and whip it out in 10 minutes. So do you just kind of build these in pieces where you come up with part of it and then later on you'll come up with another part and you go, oh, I think I'll add that to the song? Or does it just come to you and you just sit down and write it?
It's kind of funny. I don't have like a specific way, and pretty much every time it's different. There's sometimes I'll just be doing something, like it could be anything, like making a snack in the kitchen, and a title will just pop in my head, and I'll just start writing it down. Or there's times where I sit down and I tell myself, okay, I'm going to try and write a song.
It seems like that would be harder, though.
It is harder.
We talked to J.J. Gray about this, and he said it's about the flow. You got to be in the mood, and then when the flow hits you, you got to kind of capture it, and then sometimes it's gone. Sometimes it's gone for weeks. But when it comes, and you got to be ready and have a notepad handy and be ready to start capturing whatever's channeling down
exactly.
to you.
Usually after that, once I start writing, I'll come up with a melody kind of in my head, and then I'll grab my guitar and just start strumming and trying to figure out some chords to put to it. And then sometimes I come back and I look at the song and I'm like, well, I'm going to change a couple things to make it better. So really, it's kind of like you said, it has to flow. And usually you like have that feeling like when it flows. And then other times it's like, oh no, that does not flow. But
that may end up being a piece of some other song down the road.
Exactly.
It just doesn't fit in the one you're working on.
Yes,
but you
sir.
save it. Like, I'm going to save that because that's a good line or a
Yes,
good
sir.
riff. So do you usually do the lyrics and then you plug in the music, come up with the music for it later? Or do you sometimes do music and then go, God, I gotta put some words with that? How does that work? Because I don't do any of that myself.
Kind of both ways, but for me, usually I start with the lyrics. I kind of like something pops in my head, and usually it's like a good hook or something like Airplane Mode, and I'll just write down the title and start writing, and then after that I kind of come up with a melody. But then some days it's totally opposite. I'll just have like a beat in my head, and I'll try to put lyrics to it. But it's so cool.
So
Every
some
time
days you
it's
just might
different.
be hearing some music instead of words, and then so you got to kind of, what do? Go to the guitar and just start playing it out
Yes, sir. I'll do
to
that.
see how it sounds?
Absolutely. And there's times when I'm talking, like I'll just be talking to someone and they'll say something, and in my head I'm like, ooh, that would be a good song title. And slowly I'll pull out my phone and put it in my notes. I think I have like over 1,000 notes in my phone of just little tiny titles.
I use my phone for saving notes. I got like 1,000 email drafts, and they're all notes.
Oh,
they're
my
just notes. They're not
goodness.
emails. They're just notes I'm saving for this or that or whatever. But a lot of the stuff I read about musicians, they said things hit them. They'll be in the middle of doing one thing or cooking dinner or whatever, and something will trigger something, and they're like, oh, that would be perfect for a song. Mm-hmm. Just doing everyday, ordinary stuff. And some of the best songs came out of, riding on a bus or on an airplane or whatever. So, Loretta Lynn, you can do a Loretta Lynn song for us? Because I know you got some that are your standards.
Oh, I can definitely do a Loretta Lynn song for you.
You want to do one?
Not too, actually, it's been about 2 or 3 years ago. I got to go, my mom and I went to a ranch. I forget where it's at, somewhere in Tennessee. And it was so cool. They had like all of her dresses, and in the little museum, they had like the original pieces of paper she wrote her songs on. And it was just so cool to see that, like the song Coal Miner's Daughter, the one I'm going to sing for y'all today. She had like the lyrics written out. And just to see that was kind of like, whoa, like
You need
that's
to
amazing.
Some people have stuff like that. Sell it. I collect music memorabilia and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I keep an eye out for something like that for you.
Oh,
frame
thank
it,
you.
put it on your wall. you know.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, you ready?
I'm ready. Well, I was born a coal miner's daughter in a cabin on a hill in Butcher Holler. We were poor, but we had love. That's the one thing that Daddy made sure of. He shoveled coal to make a poor man's dollar. Well, my daddy worked all night in the Van Leer coal mines, and all day long in the field of hoeing corn. Well, Mama rocked the babies at night and read the Bible by the coal light, and everything would start all over come break of morn. Well, Daddy loved and raised 8 kids on a miner's pay, and Mama scrubbed our clothes on a washboard every day. Well, I've seen her fingers bleed. To complain there was no need. She'd smile in Mommy's understanding way. Well, in the summertime, we didn't have shoes to wear, but in the winter time, we'd all get a brand new pair. From a mail order catalog, money made from selling a hog, Daddy always managed to get the money somewhere. Yeah, I'm proud to be a coal miner's daughter. I remember well the well where I drew water. The work we done was hard, and at night we'd sleep 'cause we were tired. And I never thought of leaving Butcher Holler. And I never thought of leaving Butcher Holler.
Man.
Is that your favorite, Kathy? I could listen to you all day.
Aww.
So you gotta get something on Apple Music or something so we can all buy your music.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, what's keeping that from happening? Can't anybody kind of get on Apple Music or whatever? Because I know if they can sell your stuff and make money, they'll let anybody get on and put their stuff on.
Absolutely. I have a couple songs on Apple Music, but they're from when I just started out, so I sound a lot younger, I'm not going to lie. But like I said, hopefully very soon. I'm so eager to get out music. I'm so ready. I love it. So real soon you'll see me posting about it.
Okay. Well, we're going to keep an eye out. And we're going to keep an eye on you for American Idol.
Ooh, yes, sir.
And you need to help keep us updated so we can let everybody know.
I will.
Because we're going to pop some popcorn and all, make a drink or whatever, and we're going to watch you. Well, I'm just going to watch any episode so we can catch glimpses of you, because I know that's kind of how it works. You see contestants popping up here and there. Isn't that kind of how it works?
That is.
They'll show stuff behind the scenes on different episodes.
Absolutely.
So you'll see contestants that are coming up that aren't on that episode. Is that how it works? Okay. You need to help me out here because I don't watch it a lot. I don't watch a lot of TV.
A little clip, like a little snippet of me or something.
Okay.
Every now and then.
Okay. Well, keep us updated. We'll be watching your social media.
Absolutely.
Do you want to put a plug for any of your social media or ways for people to find you and see you and keep up with you? Yeah,
it's
Facebook.
KDO Music on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok.
Okay.
And on TikTok, I post videos pretty much daily, and I'll post little covers and stuff just so you can keep up with me. But Facebook and Instagram under KDO Music, I post most of my events and where I'll be singing next.
Okay, I got to make sure I'm following all of those, 'cause I'm on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. Well, just so I can come see you live and stuff like that. And
Absolutely.
especially if you're playing somewhere near me, so I don't have to drive too far.
Yes,
Just
sir.
rotten. You know, if I got to leave the house for more than like 5 minutes, I'm like, I got this guy here. He does a lot of driving. We're just
Yes, I
talking.
do. Unfortunately.
KDO Music. Is that one word?
Yes, sir. One word.
Okay, we'll remember that. Okay.
Got it.
Well, if we invite you back, will you come back? Even
Oh,
after,
absolutely.
especially after the American Idol thing, we need
That'd
to have
be
you
great.
back and do a follow up on that, but maybe before that too. So.
Any trips to Nashville again scheduled? Do you know?
April. We are
April.
going in April.
Is that your
And,
birthday month?
That'll be awesome. I know my mom's
I remember
birthday is
that.
on April 5th, so we
Okay.
might be in Tennessee on her birthday. That's a pretty cool birthday present.
That
I love it up there. It really
Yeah.
does feel like a
Good-
home
good
away
time of
from
year.
home.
I bet.
Yeah. I won't be far from there
Ooh.
around then. So. All right. Anything else, y'all?
I'm good.
Thank y'all again for having me on.
No, thank you for
Thank
coming
you for
on.
coming. That was amazing.
Yeah. You just, I feel like
Blew
we
us
just
away.
kind of,
Yeah.
it's an honor to have you on. It's kind of like, I feel like we had a superstar on today. So,
Thank y'all.
yeah. Okay.
Keep
Well, that's
watching
it.
out for KDO.
Yeah. KDO, keep an eye out for her and watch American Idol. You'll see her. So that's a wrap today for Real Jacks with Jim, Larry, and Crawfish. Today's special guest, Jacksonville's very own musician, artist, singer, songwriter, and contestant on American Idol, KDO.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.